What's going on, people, and welcome to my match recap and my player ratings for yesterday's game. Manchester United 2, Sevilla 2. I did say in my preview that we cannot take them lightly. Everyone thought it was going to be an easy game for us. And we were 2-0 up and we should have won the game. We've got multiple injuries now. Martinez and Varane both going off injured. Shaw's already injured. I think McTominay's injured. And obviously Rashford's injured too. This could be the end of our season right here. I think it's going to be tough now to get 4th place in the league. And I can't see us going much further in this Europa. I think in the second leg now, against Sevilla, in Spain, they will turn us over with these players now out injured. Should have won the game yesterday overall. Couldn't cut the game off and kill it. And we got punished for it. 2 own goals, I believe they were credited as well for our ones, for Sevilla's goals. The Maguire one, I don't think he can do anything about it, to be perfectly honest. The first goal, maybe Malacia could do more to stop the cross initially, but we should have had the game dead and buried. Made it a third, made it 3-0, but it wasn't the case, and this is why I said we can't take them lightly, and it come back to bite us. But the major concern are the injuries now. Martinez obviously injuring off the ball. Looks like one of his bones in his foot. Varane, he is definitely injury prone anyway. Rashford's already out, McTominay's already out, and Shaw's already out. I am not confident now that we'll even get probably top 4 in the league. Maybe 5th and 6th is a push now with these players missing. It's not a good time and it's not a good sign, especially if these players are going to be out for a long term. I do think that Sevilla will beat us in the second leg now, and it's drastically changed our season already, I think. So, not good. It's a shame because we started the game well and I think we should have killed it and had it buried at 3-0. But we didn't get to a third and we let them back in. Player ratings. Oh, before I go any further as well, I was meant to do an NBA current favourite top 10 players yesterday. I didn't do it though because, if I'm being honest, I've been suffering a lot with my mental health at the moment. So that is why I didn't do it yesterday. I just want to be clear and honest with you. But I'm trying my best. It will get done at some point. I'm just not sure when at the moment. But that is why it didn't get done yesterday. I just had one of them days. As for my player ratings, De Gea 6. I thought he made 2 or 3 good saves that kept us in the game, and probably would have ended up losing the game if he hadn't made them. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I thought he got forward a lot and tried, but just lacks the quality. Defensively, I thought he was okay. Varane, before he got injured, I thought he had a decent game, 7. And Martinez, a 7 as well. I thought they were both solid. Malacia, I thought got caught a lot in position. One of the worst games I've seen him have this year, which is not a lot, because most of the time I see him play, he's been my man of the match. But he did have an off one yesterday, but still, I'd give him an average. Casemiro, 7. I thought he linked up the play well. Some long spraying balls. A lot of people seem to feel that he died off in the second half, but I still think over the majority of the game he was good. 7. Sabitzer obviously gets both our goals, finished them both well, and it was nice to see. 7, and I'd hope we can tie him for a longer contract with him. I've been saying that for a while anyway. Anthony, I thought he looked lively at times, but probably died off a bit, and he hit the post 2 or 3 times, I believe, if I remember correctly, or just narrowly missing the target, which for me, he has to be scoring some of these. Looked lively, but he needs to be more clinical. 6, Bruno, I'd give him a 7. I thought he played decent, could have had more assists than he ended up with, but I thought he looked decent. One of the better performances I've seen from him. And then he got subbed, strangely. And he's going to miss the second leg, so he's another one out, outside of the injuries that we're going to be missing. 7 for Bruno. Sancho, 4. I thought he started well, but then just fell off a cliff, basically. Didn't get on the ball a lot. When he did, he was wasteful. Didn't track back on the defensive side. 4. Martial, for me, was quality. If he can stay fit, which is the major issue with him, I think he is a huge difference. And for me, yesterday, he was my man of the match. Most people gave it to Sabitzer for the 2 goals, which I get. But I think Martial, if he hadn't been on the pitch, Sabitzer definitely wouldn't have had one of the goals if it weren't for Martial. So, yeah, I think Martial for me was my man of the match. Ten Hag, I'd give him an 8. I know we ended up drawing the game, but I think some of that was down to injuries and a freak goal by Maguire that was an own goal that I don't think he can do anything about. I thought he got most of it spot on. We just couldn't hold out for the result. Give him an 8. And then the subs, Maguire, Police Street, Ericsson, Alanga and Weghorst. Maguire I gave an average to, and then the other 4 I gave them 4s, because I don't think they affected the game when they came on. They didn't affect it positively. They were quite wasteful and just didn't impact. So that is my thoughts. My man of the match would be Martial, and I'd give Ten Hag an 8 also. As I said, for the second leg now, I do think we will crash out of this competition. And for the league now, it's looking difficult to even get 4th place for me. We'll have to wait and see. But these injuries are not what we needed at this stage in the season. But it was always going to happen when we don't make enough signings and have enough depth. I'll see you guys soon.